Snow fell from the sky as dawn was beginning to rise. Whisper clams stirring from their sleep, while the ones that had taken guard duty left their posts to get some sleep. The new cat that was called Bog mingled with the early rising felines as they watched the snow. Birdclaw sat with her niece as they had discussed hunting while Locust Paw was having a friendly chase. Might Stare padded through the snow to check on Brindlepaw. Brindlepaw, try to find shelter from the snow. You don't want to get sick. The fawn and white striped she-cat nodded. I'll keep it in mind, Might Stare. Me and Birdclaw are going hunting. Do you need anything? Might Stare gave it a thought, but he'd shake his head after a moment. I'm sorry, little one. I'll be the one to find what I need. I'm not picky on any fresh kill, though. He'd dip his head to her and move on to check the other cats. He's not so bad, whispered Brindlepaw to Birdclaw. Why does everyone not trust him? Birdclaw rolled her eyes and nudged the apprentice. I'll tell you when we get out of here. The two would move from the camp to head out to hunt. Birdclaw, looking over her shoulder just in case someone might be staring. Pearlstar sat watching the prey pile with a watchful Bog nearby. I don't mean to pry. Bog turned to look at the sleek and heavily scarred Tom and flick his tail. Pearlstar was curious on the reasoning behind Bog wanting to join the clan, but the Tom was mute, and Pearlstar could only sigh to himself. Why did you want to try out this kind of life? You obviously take food from the two legs, Pearlstar asked, eyeing the Tom's heavy build. Bog would look at himself and tilt his head at the heavily scarred Tom. He had come here to steal food, but he was also looking for a she-cat called Tansypaw. He hadn't seen her, nor had anyone spoken of her. Bog would only shrug his shoulders at Pearlstar. Sure, Bog was curious about clan life and what these cats faced, but he also had heard a lot of stories from other cats that had met them before. The large Tom would make his way down out of a tree and come face to face with the medicine cat Might Stare. The two Toms would part one another and settle in their own spaces. Bog, I think you should meet our spirit. She may be able to help you, and us, with your reason of being here. Bog tilted his head at the Tom's suggestion. Who was Spirit? The trio would go to a large, odd-looking plant that was taking shelter under one of the large trees. The trio would go to a large, odd-looking plant that was taking shelter under one of the large trees. Bog hung back as the two drew closer to the plant that seemed to radiate an odd energy and warmth. Might Stare would poke at the leaves, but nothing would happen. He looked perplexed, as this had made the spirit whisper rise up before. You're such a mouse brain, spoke the founder, Robin Wing, as she had watched them across the clearing. She's a plant, and she is sleeping. Plants around here are... Might Stare began to say before his eyes traveled to every dormant bush there was. Ah. We know you've had trouble finding herbs, Might Stare. We're taking every precaution to be safe and well, Pearlstar said with sympathy towards the medicine cat. He knew he'd been trying his hardest, but there had been a lot of horrible things happening. Please, don't blame yourself for everything that's happened. You've tried your best. Bog sat there listening to the cats talk about things, but all he could stare at were the large, odd-shaped leaves of the plant that they had spoken about. Who is Spirit? The cat suddenly jumped at the new voice and looked around for the one who spoke, bristling slightly. Bog, too, even jumped in surprise, as he had heard himself for the first time. Where is this ghost cat? Hissed Robin Wing. It's no ghost cat, Bog said calmly as he was looking surprised by the ability to speak again. It's me. I'm Bog. The cat spun to look at Bog, who stood there shocked. Bog? Hi, he replied to them, sounding small. I can talk? Pearlstar exclaimed and circled him in bewilderment. How? You were a mute! The plant? This whisper? He'd reply. It has an odd feeling about it. The cats looked at one another and back at the dormant spirit. Pearlstar would sit and look to Bog. All right. We now know that the spirit can help us out even in dormancy. So, tell us about yourself, Bog. Why are you here? I'm not quite sure. It sort of came to mind one day. I thought about a she-cat called Tansy Paw. We had a moment of romance, but nothing came of it, and I recalled that she lived here. But I haven't seen her. Where is Tansy Paw? Bog asked, looking to Pearlstar. Tansy Paw died from illness, came Mightster's voice as he drew closer to the two Toms. She died on the 10th of Leafall. It hasn't been that long since her death. Now that I think about it, her kit died as well. The news seemed to hurt Bog in a lot of ways. Kit? She had a kit? Mightster, his bright red figure stood out against the gray and white around him. Yes. I want to say it was called Bramblekit. That's quite the memory, chuckled Pearlstar. His memory is one of the many reasons he has become a medicine cat for this clan. He has vast knowledge of many things. Poisons, herbs, other clans, rogues, etc. Bog seemed to be distant as he stared out over the camp. No wonder he'd not seen or heard of her since getting there. His shoulders slumped. That was the whole reason he came there. Bramblekit. That's a good name. Sorry for your loss, Mightster said as he had been watching the large Tom for a moment. I honestly never knew you were the one she had mates with. Besides myself. What? You and Tansy Paw were mates? Bog asked, looking shocked, along with hurt. Tansy Paw had never told him about Mightster, or the kits they had together. How many kits? She only had the one. We called her Evening Kit, but she died during birth. Mightster replied calmly, no look of sadness on his features, no sadness in his voice from the kit's death. There was nothing you could do? Bog asked, looking at the medicine cat, starting to feel a lot of emotions as he listened to the red Tom. When did my kit die? The 4th of Leafall, Mightster answered. At the time, we had been hit with a lot of illnesses. There wasn't much I could do for either of them. The large Tom would rise to his paws, looking visibly upset. I don't think I can live this life like I thought, Pearlstar. My mate and my kid are both dead. I'm too late to be with them like I'd hoped. Pearlstar looked taken aback, and he'd get to his paws. What? But, hold on. He'd sigh as he thought it over. He'd nod his head to the Tom in understanding. This life isn't kind to cats like us. That is rule number 1 that we all must learn. Our lives are short. You must fight to live or die trying. Thank you for the warmest of wishes. It was quite surprising. Bog bid them goodbye and left the camp. Mightster sat there staring after the large Tom as he lumbered out. Nothing fixes a broken heart except time and patience. No cat is ever forgotten until those that live pass on to StarClan. Pearlstar added, May StarClan guide him. Bog lumbered down the two-legged frozen rock path. Why had he thought of even leaving his life as a stray to become a wildcat for? Nothing had come of it except a romance that was now dead. He had been better off remaining with this stray cat group he'd been a part of at the barn. Would any of the cats accept him back, though? A red-furred calico with brown patches and dark green eyes came bounding towards Bog as he came down the path that led to the two-leg nest in his barn. "Bog!" the she-cat yelled happily, and the two would have their usual greeting of having a small pouncing and playing before they'd separate. "Why are you back? I thought you were going to become a clan cat." He would give a purr and shake his head to her. He'd bump her with his head on her left shoulder. "Oh no! I'm so sorry," the she-cat replied, giving him a nuzzle of affection. "I'm doing good. Finch and the few of the others have been keeping on top of the rats and mice, though the old female two-leg was taken away in a white and red two-leg monster." Bog looked shocked at the news. "It's been a few days now. The others aren't sure what's going to happen to the barn or the two-leg nest. Some other two-legs have come around and have been raiding the nest," Pond replied. "It's awful." Bog noticed the approach of Finch, a light cream and gray-patched bicolor tom with blue eyes, wearing a brown collar. Finch raced to Bog and gave him a nuzzle of welcome. "Bog, I'm so glad to see you." "I was just telling about your two-leg," Pond said as she watched Finch and Bog. Finch nodded. "I don't know what to do, Bog." Blitz, a cream-brindled tom with dark orange and brown eyes, with gray patches in their fur and a sparkly collar, came towards them. The other kitty pet that was owned by the other old two-leg female. "Finally, a cat that has sense. It's good to see you, Bog. The rogues have been creating havoc for us." The three cats huddled together to talk and keep warm like old times when they were the only cats at the barn. Slowly, they'd make their way into the barn and curl up in the hay. "Caribou has been coming around with his brothers. Herring joined him while you were gone," Blitz explained as they got warm. Caribou was a silver tabby tom with pale yellow eyes. His bill was lanky with short fur. He was a serious hunter and always enjoyed encouraging others to do things for him. He could be foolish at times, but he could be selfless. He was closest with his naive friend Perch, and he wasn't liked by any other strays. Bog looked to the other cats in the hay with a tilt of his head when Caribou was mentioned, which the other cats understood since they'd lived with him for so long now. "Athena has been quiet. Oddly enough," muttered Pond. "No one has gone to check on them. There's been too much going on over here." That was understandable to Bog. He'd nod his head to them as Pond seemed to shift next to him. "I don't know what to do about the barn or our two-leg," mewed Blitz, who was snuggled by Finch. "What's going to happen to us? What if she doesn't come back?" Bog had been thinking this over too. There was no way they would accept the life of a wildcat. They were far too soft and ran away from every fight that happened. What were they to do? Welcome back to Whisper Clan. We have a lot of things going on. What the connect? Oh my god, okay. Wow! Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Alright. Anyways, there's a lot of things going on in this group already. And there is a blizzard going on. Is this a blizzard? Blizzard. Oh god, okay. I was not prepared for this. I gotta roll for blizzard. Oh god. Let me get the events. Weather events. Do I not have a blizzard weather event? I don't have blizzard? What? Okay. So, we gotta roll for the blizzard. Oh my god. Alright, so I need a D8. This is how many days it's gonna last. Holy... okay. Blizzard. It's gonna last for 7 days. What's the severity of it? Please say not bad. No! No! No, 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 no! No! Oh my god. Okay. Well, this just might be done with the Whisper Claire. Okay. We rolled a 10. The severity is 10. Okay, let me read what the 10 is. That's deadly. This is a really bad... This is gonna go on for 7 days. 7 days. Oh, I did not want to do this. Oh my god. Okay, so blizzard. Alright. So cats are fearful of the howling wind and the piling snow. All they can see are mounds of snow and hardly anything in front of them. The wind is blowing so hard that they are barely able to open their eyes. Cats will be falling sick and will get hypothermia quicker. Despite being huddled together, everyone still shivers and aches from the cold. So they have to roll a 1 through 20. They survive. Anything over 20, they die. And then on top of that, I have to roll for hypothermia. I have to roll for hypothermia. This is just bad. This is horrible. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So, in hypothermia, usually a colony of cats will have the queens take care of the kits and stuff like that. We don't have any kits in our group. We have warriors. So the thing here is, when a colony loses their queens, their kits face a horrible future that comes with a heavy toll upon the colony members and their kits, the future of the colony. Sometimes when young adult cats are forced to take care of their own kits and not another queen's kits, those kits can die. Thus, they face starvation and, if the elements are cruel, hypothermia in the winter. If the kits aren't fed nor kept warm, their bodies weaken and they have no energy. So basically, this ginger was made just for when that blizzard and the avalanche happened, and yeah, anyways. So I gotta roll for hypothermia. How bad's the hypothermia gonna be? This is just What? Oh my god. Okay. So they're gonna... Okay, hold on. So I rolled a 1 for hypothermia. Let me see here. I rolled a 1, which was minor. So the hypothermia is... So the cats will be starting to try... The cats will be starting to try harder on getting warm. You gotta roll a 1 through 45, they survive. If they roll anything above that, then they are freezing. Okay. So, let's do hypothermia first. Alright, so the number one cat, is going to be bird claw. Do I have a paw in here? Okay, locust paw. Let me see when he was made into a apprentice, actually. 2. Okay, good. They just became apprentices. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. So locust paw and brindle paw. They. We're gonna get to them in a second. All right, bird claw. I think you are close to being an elder. Yes, you are. Oh my God, you have lived a very long life, bird claw. Holy. I think is Meister close to being an elderly now? Wow, he goes into 10 days. Okay, Tiger Spark, what about you? 12, oh my, okay. I feel like Bird Claw, Might Stare, Tiger Spark, and Pearl Star have, like, given a lot to this clan. It feels like yesterday when I just had them all, and God. Actually, you know what? I take that back. It feels like forever. You know, we've had these cats forever. We've gone through so much. They have... Oh my God, the stories, man. Jeez. This is so bad because they're all short bird cats. They got the deadly one. Cats are fearful of the howling wind and piling snow. All they can see are mounds of snow and hardly anything in front of them. The wind is blowing so hard that they are barely able to open their eyes. Cats will be falling sick and will be getting hypothermia quicker. Despite being huddled together, everyone still shivers and aches from the cold. 1 through 20, they survive. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, they're going to be freezing to death. Oh my God. Well, you know, I don't want to roll this. Oh, I got to though. 1 through 20, they survive. Here we go, guys. 1 through 20. Okay. I haven't even done a daily roll yet, guys, and we've already been hit with the blizzard. We've already lost several cats. We've already got hypothermia going on, and this is only day 1. This thing is lasting for 7 days. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Okay, so the daily roll for today. Oh my God, okay, hold on. I need to go to my daily rolls. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Alright, it's like 50. 1 through 50. Let me reset this. 1 through 50. 49. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh my God. Gotta do more death rolls. Thanks, roll. Thanks, random generator. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So I just rolled 49, which is a couple joins the clan. And oh my God. Okay. I'll be right back. There's a lot happening here. There is so much happening here. It's not even funny anymore. I can't even. Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta do a lot. In the freezing cold air, with hardly any visibility, the cats bunkered down in their nest together, pulling on moss and grass. The youngest cats were sheltered by the freezing wind and whipping ice. Suddenly, there were 2 more bodies that had joined them. 2 unknown cats that had gotten caught out in the blizzard and unable to see. Might Stare and the others didn't care to raise question or argument. They all huddled up to survive the harsh cold. Through shivers and chattering teeth, Meister yelled out over the howling wind. We need to find shelter! Where? Pearlstar yelled out as his pelt rippled with shivers. The barn, Meister replied. Take my tail. I'll lead us. One by one, the cats would take each other's tails and slowly push through the howling wind and snow. The cold air and howling wind made the trek so much harder that no one wanted to move another step. Everyone shivered and felt themselves getting slower as they got colder and colder. Meister collapsed into the snowdrifts, becoming buried. One by one, the cats dropped, unable to go on. Pearlstar and Brindlepaw stood there, shivering, and stared at the others that were collapsed. There's nothing we can do. Come on! Hurry! Pearlstar yelled out over the weather and would carry on the direction that Meister had been taking them. They struggled for several hours before taking a break in the safety of a two-leg nest. A two-leg would look out the window and find them. The door would quickly be opened, and the two-leg would scoop both cats up and whisk them inside. Y'all are absolutely frozen? My goodness! Let's get y'all warmed up and fed. Pearlstar and Brindlepaw were too exhausted to fight the two-leg. When they were given a place to warm up, they both collapsed from exhaustion and slept. Alright, you guys. Welcome back. Yep. This is... Oh my gosh. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. I got no idea, but apparently Pearlstar and Brindlepaw both got saved by this two-leg. And these cats, these kitty cats, these kitty pets. This is Stella. Stella is, yep. Did I just call Stella? Or is she the male? No, she's female. There's two females. There's Lucky, and there's Stella, and there's Apollo. So Apollo is coming to go check out this strange tabby cat. These strange tabby cats with multiple scars on them. And they don't really know what to think about them. They think they're the strangest things ever. Especially Pearlstar, but, you know, here's Lucky. She's playing with Brindlepaw. Which is really cool to see. Because I didn't think these kitty pets were gonna be too happy with either of these cats. But, you know, I think Lucky, and there goes Pearlstar. Oh, I didn't know there was a back door. I forgot there was a back door. Oh my god. Excuse me. Lock for all cats. You get back in here, Pearlstar. Get over here. Get over here. Teleport here. Who else is out here? Who? Where? Okay, good. Good. Okay, they are all under here. Good. So, Pearlstar is happy that they survived, and Brindlepaw is happy that they survived, but they didn't expect, them to be kitty pets. So, at the soonest convenience, they are going to leave. There's a story here, by the way, as well. So, this woman, she used to have a family, but she got divorced. she had the kid, but it passed away. So that's why there's an empty bedroom. Alright, so we are now on Friday, and it is going to be another blizzard. So excuse you, change current weather to blizzard. Heavy snow, freezing, okay good. Alright, look at this. Look at this. Brindlepaw has really gotten used to being a kitty pet, thanks to Lucky there. Lucky is just showing him how life can be. Pearl Star is very anxious. Oh, he's hungry. Oh! They don't have bowls. I forgot about this. I forgot about this. Okay, so we gotta go to the kitchen. No, we don't gotta go to the kitchen. We gotta go, hold on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bed, put it in the inventory, put this in the inventory, put this in the inventory. Okay, so I think the cats are going to be very very curious about Pearl Star. What does he think of the other cats? What does he think of Apollo? He's a friend. Lucky. He's neutral with her. Stella. He's a friend with Stella. Alright, Brindlepaw, what do you think of them? He's a friend with Apollo. And different with Lucky. And friend with Stella. Now, Stella, what do you think of the others? Okay, so apparently, Stella, she doesn't like Brindlepaw. She is neutral to Pearl Star. She's a friend with Apollo. And she's neutral with Lucky. So now for Apollo, he's a friend with Brindlepaw. He's a friend with Pearl Star. He's a friend of Lucky. And he's neutral with Stella. Now Lucky is a friend with Brindlepaw. Does not like Pearl Star. I think Lucky doesn't trust Pearl Star, but you know, Brindlepaw is a young cat, so she trusts him. She likes him. Now for Apollo, she hates Apollo. Apollo is a little bit, can be overbearing. And she's a friend with Stella. Okay. So, for Apollo, yeah, he's a friend with Pearl Star, and he's a friend with Brindlepaw. So he generally is concerned about these two cats. Stella, however, she doesn't like Brindlepaw, but she likes Pearl Star. Well, she's neutral to him. So I don't think she likes young cats. But I think she likes ones that are... I don't know. I was gonna say rugged, but that's not right, because she Well, she likes Apollo. She just doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Scylla. She's an oddball. So she's going to be hissing and chasing around Brindlepaw more than she will be on Pearl Star. And as for Lucky, she was neutral Lucky, so she doesn't really care nor like her. She's just so there's that. So the blizzard is going on. This is day 2, by the way. And it's oops. It's something else. It is something else. So. Alright, I got a roll for this day. Oh. So this woman, she likes to pick up cats. She picked up 3 more cats. Oh my god. Gotta make 3 more cats. Oh man, alright, I'll be right back. Okay. I honestly feel so bad for these cats, I swear to god. So, this is the newest cat that she just abducted outside in the blizzard was, Volfall. And then over here is Smokewing. And then this is Rosie. She was just a stray. And this woman just slapped collars on them and said they were good. And that they were hers. So we've got an issue now because Brindlepaw and Pearl Star, they might be next. Oh man. Okay. So now we've got a lot of things going on. Oh, they're glitched out. Okay, cool. Alright. So these cats, they're like, what just happened? We were outside going home and now we're in a 2-legs nest. What is going on? So they're gonna take a little bit of time to get used to this. They're not happy at all. None of these cats are happy. Brindlepaw is like, oh man, I feel so bad for y'all. So these cats, I have a feeling this woman is something about her is not right. So now these cats, everyone is like, Brindlepaw goes to Lucky and Volfall's yelling at Lucky like, what do we do? Why are we here? What's going on? And Lucky's like, oh my lord. This 2-leg. Of course, Brindlepaw is gonna be like, alright, so, you're a warrior cat. I can smell it on you. You look very, you know, okay. Yeah, he just knows. He knows he's a warrior cat. And so I think, who is this? Volfall. What does Brindlepaw think of Volpaw? Neutral. And what does she think of Smokewing? Nope, that's wrong. Smokewing is a friend, and Rosie, he hates Rosie. She hates Rosie. She does not like Rosie whatsoever, and I don't really know why. So let me see. Let me look at Rosie. She's lazy, she's skittish, and she's friendly. What's wrong with Rosie? What happened to Rosie? Why is everyone not happy with Rosie? Well, Pearl Star is pretty happy with Rosie. Rosie and them are nuzzling. He's welcoming them, and she's like, "Oh hi, you know, what's going on?" Pearl Star, what do you think of Rosie? You hate her too. Why are you nuzzling her? I don't understand this. Oh my lord. Oh jeez. Okay. Pearl Star, what do you think of Smokewing? You hate Smokewing. What about Volfall? You hate Volfall. What the heck? What clan did they come from that he hates them so bad? What? This I'm gonna have to roll for. I'm gonna have to roll for what clan they're coming from. Oh my god. Never before have I ever had to roll for a clan, but now I'm gonna have to roll for the clan. Okay, so the two cats that we just found, or that were found, were two rogues. So it's Smokewing and Volfall. I think that they were traveling together, and then Rosie got bundled up in you know, the... Somehow they got all together, guys. I don't know anymore. Jeez. I don't know, and I'm trying so hard. She's trying to get Brindlepaw some praise. Oh, and Brindlepaw's scared of the TV. Oh, and so is Pearl Star. Volfall isn't. Rosie isn't scared. Oh wait, yeah, they're both scared. Smokewing, he is investigating the fridge. He's like, what is this? And Lucky is going to go give a friendly chase to Smokewing. Okay. So, yeah, they're... What is going on? Fill this bowl. Fill that bowl. Oh, apparently Brindlepaw said, no, I don't really want to talk to you, Lucky. Man. Brindlepaw is very anxious. They're not sure if they should go eat the kibble or not. But it's the only thing they got to eat. So I think that they are going to. Rosie's not too happy about Pearl Star eating the bowl. Well, I think he's gonna go eat. Yeah, Pearl Stars, just eat. Get your strength up. You gotta get it up. No, go eat. Go eat! My goodness, go eat! Yeah, Pearl Star's like, it's not so bad. It's really not. Is that the only bed in this house? No, it's not. So I can actually take this bed and the desk and stuff away and put it in the inventory. And I can also put this in the inventory. And put that in the inventory. And put this in the inventory. Okay, so now we can have some litter boxes. Can't intersect other objects? What are you talking about? What is there intersecting the object? I don't know. Alright, Pearl Star was like, okay, I'm gonna go use the litter box. I don't don't trust it, but we gotta try it out. Okay. So apparently, Paulo doesn't like the TV either. Alright, Pearl Star is like, okay, I've relieved myself, and that confangled thing is taking my dirt. Huh, interesting. So, Volfall is... Man. It is just a lot of interesting things are going on. Oh gosh, now here goes the deliveries. Appalachia delivered 1 male and 2 females. Nice. Good job, Appalachia. Appalachia. Brindlepaw and Pearlstar are both in there like, what's going on? What are y'all doing? What is they doing? Are they cooking? Are they hunting? They must be. Aw, look at this. These two are playing. Lucky and the heck is your No, not Volfall. Apollo. All the cats are in here. Oh. Okay. Apollo is playing with... Oh, look at them! They're all playing. Rosie and Brindlepaw. Brindlepaw's like, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't really feel like it. Oh, Pearlstar, don't sit there. Oh god, you scared me. Oh no, you almost went into the almost went into the dishwasher. Oh, no one likes the dishwasher. Rosie hates the dishwasher. Pearlstar, get off the oven. The stove. Get off the stove, Pearlstar. She was just... Oh, she didn't really use it to cook anything, but it was on the inside. This one really likes TV. Pearlstar and Brindlepaw are just exploring knives and staring at sharp objects and things. It seems Rosie is very used to this kind of lifestyle. Maybe she used to be a kitty pet before. Where are the other cats? I don't know where anyone is. I don't even know where I am. Oh, I got a yarn ball out of that. Nice. Oh gosh. Pearlstar, are you turning into a kitty pet? Is Pearlstar turning into a kitty pet, you guys? Oh no! Is the kitty pet life so nice to you? Is he literally going to turn into a kitty pet after this is over? Oh my god. Is he dropping his 9 lives? He has explored just about the entire house. He has played with all the things. He has been He's been resting on the floor, on the bed. Man. That's cute. Oh gosh, where is he going?
Yeshla.
Is he jumping up on the couch with her to watch TV?
Yibs. Zimzai?
No.
Toss.
Oh, he's scared of the TV.
Fioba.
Yeah, he's scared of the TV. Poor guy. This is very, very scary. Oh, that reminds me. His fears, I think they're being... Yeah, he's scared. Scared of this. There's no lifestyles. But yeah, he's scared of the TV. Brindlepaw is lazing on a desk upstairs. Or lazing beside a desk upstairs. What are their fears? They're also scared of the TV. Stella, what are your fears? You don't have any. Imagine that. Paulo, what is your fears? You're scared of the TV. Lucky, what are you? Nothing. Smokewing? Nothing. Rosie? Nothing. And Volfall? Nothing. Imagine that. Well, alright. Where are you, Pearl Star? You are being startled by the TV still, with Rosie right beside you. Okay. I need to roll to see. Wah! Jeez. I need to roll to see if Brindlepaw or Pearl Star are going to remain kitty pets, or if they are going to return to the wild. So I need to find a generator for that. Volfall is getting comfortable in the doorway. But yeah, there's really not too much going on. There's the blizzard has knocked off its snowfall, but still it's gonna keep coming. I just haven't changed it yet. Blizzard. Alright, so anyways, guys, hope y'all enjoyed. I'm going to go. We have rolled for 2 days in a row, and I've been recording and recording and recording. And I think it's time that we took a break. So, there is so much going on. So much cat things. So many cats. Just not enough room for them all. Pearl Star and Rosie, I believe, are getting along pretty well. So this might have some romances going on in this household for 7 days, maybe. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, until y'all, till next time, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.